Maybe the universe is testing you before you can receive that which you asked for. Welcome to King Reynard Podcast, where we educate, elevate, and inspire you to greatness. You know, I have particularly been intrigued by the fact that at times when you're trying to manifest something, and especially when you're about to just bump into it, there's always a twist and a turn that will make you feel like, what's really happening here? And in most cases, you'll realize that you don't really anticipate for the activities and the occurrences that you find yourself meeting. I've talked about that in this book, Enter the Danger Zone. One of the most creative ideas that I believe the universe sent to me is to help you come out of the comfort zone that has been your programming for a very long time. Dear listener, listen. One of the greatest aspects of the universe is that it will never reward your current self with the prayers and the requests that you're pushing toward. And so many people find themselves losing control, especially when met with what I would call temporary defeat. It's going to be a reality. You're going to meet temporary defeat, not just once, especially if you're growing from financially or growing mentally, socially. Something must shade off color. All right, so here is how it works. Let's say, for example, you're currently at an average of 100,000 and you're seeking to move to 1,000,000. It will require that the version of you that is going to be able to handle 1,000,000 has to be in sync with that very amount and frequency you intend to move to. And Nikola Tesla put it this way, that if you want to understand the universe, you must think in terms of vibrations, frequencies, and so on. So you have to understand that you are a vibrational being. And in order to change and shift from where you are to where you want to be, you have to change vibrations. So the Bible puts it this way: come ye ether to a higher place. In other words, you have to shift the way you think, the way you talk, the way you express yourself, and the way you come out to the world. I was particularly found in this situation a few years ago. So I had dwelt in a position where I was literally comfortable. 5-bedroom house in one of the posh estates in Nairobi. You have a good business. You're earning a lot of money per month. You have a nice car. You have a good looking son. You know, life looked like this is it. But deep down, I felt there was more to life than just the comfort that I was settling for. So I had an intuitive inspiration. Leave this city, go to another city. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd left that city several years. And I didn't leave that city comfortable. I just left that city when I'd lost my hotel, I'd lost my first business, and I'd met so many bad things happening in that very city. The city where I am right now. So I had that word and I was about to give up and say, no, I'm not going. And the moment I resisted the push to leave Nairobi to Kisumu, something happened. Listen, if you are the chosen one, the universe, God, or higher power, whichever name you want to call him, will make sure that he uses every possible available means to make you achieve your goals. So for me, I was given the hunch: go to Kisumu, leave Nairobi. You're being comfortable here. I'd written my book, Enter the Danger Zone, and I was teaching people, come out of your comfort zone. And so the universe wanted to test, have you managed to come out of it yourself? So what it did, he told me, go to Kisumu. I refused. I resisted. So 3 things happened. The first thing that happened was I got involved in an accident. So when I got involved in an accident, that meant I would lose my business, which was publishing people's books, speaking on TV, and speaking in schools and colleges. So I couldn't go because I'm currently technically lame. And I found myself at a place where I couldn't even afford to stay in my own house, which I never used to pay rent for. So I asked myself, what's really happening? I've lost my leg. I've lost my income. My little 1-year-old boy keeps wondering, what's happening to daddy? I can't do anything. But one day, while I'm in a sleep, while I'm sleeping, I have this dream, seeing myself in a different city, not this particularly this city as it is, but a city, a futuristic city. So I'm like, and I see myself very busy working, seriously pushing myself, seriously organizing the city, like I was controlling the city. So I woke up, I asked myself, what am I going to do? And one of my friends tells me, Reynard, I had a very funny dream. I dreamt that you were stuck somewhere in the CBD, and your mom came and told you, let's go back home. So all those were signs that the universe wanted me to transition into a higher version of me. And I resisted. So one day, when I could no longer pay my bills, I could no longer take care of myself in Nairobi, I leave to go to the village. And the rest becomes history, because 6 months later, I settled back in the city I was supposed to go, and boom, 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 everything spirals into alignment. So listen, whenever you see yourself, you're trusting the universe or God for something, and all of a sudden, everything goes wrong. You've gotten there. And so many people miss it at that point, because you begin wondering, wait a minute, why is this happening to me? It's not happening to you. It's happening for you. It's happening to kick you out of your comfort zone. And I love using the story of caterpillar growing into a butterfly. That process is very painful. And guess what? The caterpillar all this while would never know that it had the power to become a butterfly until it went through the process and the pain of growth. So when the universe wants you to get to the next level, it will test you. And these tests are not aimed at hurting you. They're actually aimed at creating the higher version of you who is able to handle more pressure. Because there's this saying that I don't know whether it's authentic or not, but they say there's for every level there's a new devil. I believe that's true. And so for you to be able to conquer the devils of your next level, you need to have gone through something that prepared you mentally, socially, psychologically to be able to become that version of you that is going to manifest and become that person. If you've watched me this far, then it's chances are that you love such kind of content. We'd want to request you to go ahead and subscribe to our channel, King Reynard Podcast. Share this video with somebody. Maybe there's somebody going through all the turbulences of life and they're confused. They think that God is punishing them. God never punishes anybody. If He brings anything your way, it's a storm that is about to elevate you to the next level, because storms can be used as a means to scare you, but it can also be used as a means to spur you to your next level. Until this point, you may be asking yourself, Reynard, how can I be able to get a copy of your book? You can call, there's a number showing on your screen, or you can go to akpublishers.co.ke. You can order a copy of any of these books. I have about 8 titles plus more. And you can also reach to me directly through my social media, King Reynard Atela. Just make sure you get a way to get to us, and you will probably come out of your comfort zone and realize your fullest potential. Because guess what? You can. Cheers.